Yes, and you have to aim for the white, and I think that set of mentality also affects how you choose your partner.
Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is another new video. What we're trying to create is what Latin girls think about white guys, dating them, general view and everything. So yeah guys, let's see how the video is. With me I'm having some two beautiful smiley faces. So hey, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Anna.
Anna. And what's your name?
Hi, my name is Laura.
Laura. So Laura, what do you think about dating white guys and your general view about them?
Well, I haven't never dated a white guy. Like in the way of in the way you're using the term white guy. We here we call them gringos.
Oh, gringos, yes.
It's kind of a despective, I think, way of calling them. But it's referred to people who come from the United States or Canada or Europe in general.
In Europe.
We usually think they are all white, and that's a mistake. But I think that for what I have experienced, when they come here, they are not looking for dates, just like a fun time. And there are a lot of girls who want a fun time, and then if they take it to another level, it becomes mostly a platonic kind of relationship, and it always fails. So it's complicated. I don't think I have met a lot of girls who have dated white guys or European guys.
And what do you think? Remind me your name. Your name
Anna.
was Anna. Yeah, my sister's name is also Anna. Yeah. So Anna, what do you think about dating white guys and your general view about them?
Well, I actually have dated a few white guys. I don't know. I think that what Laura Victoria says is kind of right.
Yeah.
Like most of them are looking for a fun time or for the token Latina girl, like searching their Sofia Vergara dream, which won't happen most of the time. We are not like that. I actually dated one of those guys for a long time. It was a year and a half.
Wow, that's just really a long time.
It was.
Where was he from?
He was from the States, United States. It was long distance. But yes, we still talk, we are still friends. But yeah, most of the time they're looking for the token Latina girl or the fun time or something like to explore, like another touristic thing would be the girl. So,
but like the girls they usually find are looking for the exactly same thing, because a white guy or a foreign person here is like a novelty. So people will get excited and will think of it as a new experience. So it's not like what I'm trying to say is not like they come here and take advantage, but it's like
an expedition.
Yeah,
an exploration.
Both people are looking for the same way, for the same things in the other person. So to enjoy with a foreign person from each side.
but
this ad.
well, no, I just think that the problematic thing is that it usually happens is more like with white people, like from people like from other places. So, for example, if a typical German guy would come here to Colombia, would have like more success than like another people like from another nationality, because there's no sé cómo se dice intrínseco.
Intrinsic?
Intrinsic?
Intrinsic, yes.
Intrinsic, like kind of racism involved, which people do not admit.
Yes, it's true.
So it's a novelty if it's like the typical European white
very,
guy.
very white, very, very blonde,
Very tall.
Very tall. They are always very tall. They are always drunk.
Oh yeah.
When you go partying or clubbing, they are always drunk and they never speak Spanish.
Kind of using drugs sometimes.
Yeah, they are also using drugs. The ones we have seen. We are not saying that everyone is like that.
Yeah, it's
But it's like the target of the fun Latina time. That's the stereotypical person, you know, it's looking for just a one night stand or romance abroad. Yes.
And wait, can we just say that it's not very common to have like a strong relationship leading to marriage with a white guy? Let's say like from what you've seen maybe from long time ago, have you seen like a relationship with a white guy that has gone into, or most of them end prematurely, like within days or months and it's over?
I think that it depends. Like when you talk about the things that we were talking about, like when you meet a foreign guy and they are looking for a fun time because they usually are, or they are here like in a tourist way, the relationship ends soon. But for example, when you are a Latina immigrant in another country, it's not uncommon that they marry a person from abroad and they remain married. And it's a Latina girl with a foreign husband or a Latin man with a foreign wife, and they have pretty stable lives.
Stable.
They have comfortable lives and travel here and there. You always have like that cousin that I have like two cousins, one that married a man in the United States and another one who married a woman, a girl.
Yeah, a girl. Okay.
In England.
An English girl.
An English girl. But they usually stay there. You don't look. You don't usually find like the foreign husband living here in Colombia.
Oh, so they prefer staying in their home countries.
Yeah, the people just go away and made a life over there. But it's like more common for, I think, for Latin people to go abroad and make a living there than from people of England or the United States or Europe to come here
And
specifically to make a living here. And when they do, they come with their families. Like they already have their families
Okay.
from
from their home countries.
They come with their wives and their children, and they make a living here, but all together. It's not like I'm looking for adventure and go there and maybe I stay there. No.
Wow. So let me ask you, like, typically, what type of guys would you prefer dating, for example, in your own opinion? Let's say, yes. Let's say white guys.
Well, I think that it depends what you're looking like in that moment. But for example, in my case, I do not actually focus on that. So as long as the person is cool and is interesting, and we're kind of on the same page, I'm cool with anything. So I don't know. I think that it depends mostly on the person because in my case I date guys and girls, and I think that it depends. Yeah, mostly on that. Even if it's like for just one night stand, if there's chemistry, then there's chemistry. Or if it's just more like for something more serious. So, yeah.
But I think, and I'm gonna be very polemical here, and I'm sorry, that there's like a unspoken preference for the white color. It's like a racist thing, and it's very complicated because no one wants to admit it. And but the white, the light-skinned people are always looked up upon. Like,
Yes, like.
and if you like analyze it, when white people come here, they come looking for the stereotypical Latina, and they're not looking like for a light-skinned Latina, but for the caramel color Latina, and it's usually just because of sex, because there's like this objectification, and there are people, not all the people, but there are people that feel flattered by being chosen by a white foreign guy to just have fun. But I don't think, some people might, but most people know that it's not a serious thing. So yeah, usually you will find kind of a preference for white guys.
Wow.
But it's because I think a racial, very narrow-minded prejudice.
Well, it also has to do like with the Eurocentric beauty standards that they had sold to us. So, for example, even here in Colombia, a Latina girl in the Latina community is considered pretty. Usually, when she's blonde and blue-eyed and light-skinned, like she's the pretty girl. Like.
And usually, like the handsome, very handsome man, or you always hear that comment like, "Oh, he's so handsome," and it's because he's tall and blonde. And that's complicated.
So, like, being blonde is celebrated here.
Yeah.
Like, not just here, but all over the world, especially if somebody's blonde.
I think here blonde people are more naturally blonde people, like a novelty.
Yeah.
I have met very few, actually, like one Martin, actually blonde person that it's and you can see that they have like features that are kind of European. And like they are taller than most people, they are whiter than most people, and they stand out. They stand out in a crowd. And I'm sorry, I'm saying too much.
No, it's okay. It's totally okay.
They stand out, and that's because they are a novelty, and because I think white color is celebrated.
Yeah.
They will be pursued. Like blonde girls also are considered like incredibly beautiful by Latin men. I remember I was speaking with a foreign student here that was staying like for a year, and she had only been in Colombia for like 3 weeks, and she already had a Latino boyfriend. And she literally said to me like, the only thing you have to do is look foreign and be kind of blonde, and they will rain upon you. And I was like, okay. But I think it's a matter of personal preference. I wouldn't dare to say that everybody is like that, but it's you see cases.
Well, and let's say, do also parents have preferences when it comes to dating? Like your parents, would they say, we really don't like this guy because he's like this and this, or especially in terms of being white and blondie and stuff?
I have heard very ugly comments, not by my parents, but by a friend's parents, saying like, think of the color your children would be when you date someone. And like there is again a prejudice of segregating like dark colored people and celebrating like a whitening of like literally like lineage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a matter of personal preference. I wouldn't dare to say that everybody is like that, but it's you see cases.
Well, and let's say, do also parents have preferences when it comes to dating? Like your parents, would they say, we really don't like this guy because he's like this and this, or especially in terms of being white and blondie and stuff?
I but it also depends of the family. I mean, in my case, I have never been told or thought that I should prefer
Some certain.
certain features over the other ones. As long as I'm happy, then I'm sure like Anna will say the same.
Yeah.
But you will find people who are like, I will not mix myself with that, and family feuds because someone married a black or very dark skinned person, being themselves light skinned. I don't say white or black because like in Latin America we're all like mixed. But there's this like a preference over lightness.
Like sorry.
Yeah, just continue. No
No,
problem.
like for example, it also happened like with indigenous people here. Like
Yes.
like it's not only like dark-skinned person, but also like with indigenous people. Like in my case, they have never told me anything, but you kind of hear it around. Or for example,
Like an insult. We always shocked ourselves. Like it has been a topic of conversation. That here in Colombia, saying someone "you Indio," it's a bad word. It's like cursing them. It's like saying them.
like you're so rude, like so.
Yeah, so low life,
And it's terrible.
and it's like degrading of everything
Indigenous.
around. Yeah.
It's very problematic. But for example, like in places like so, like if this is Colombia, like in El Valle and La Costa, like
More
coastal
warmer places. Not Bogota. Bogota. You will see if you look around closely that Bogota is filled mainly with white people.
Yeah, it's
You-
very difficult to find black too.
Yes. Or really indigenous people. And when you see them, they are like in their traditional costumes. And it's because there's like an unspoken division. So the black people are near the shores, and the white people are near the capital.
Okay.
And if you see the figures of power in Colombia,
They're all white.
senators, yes,
Yeah.
and mayors, they are mainly white and mainly men. And that's speaking
that's very
a
problematic.
lot about like our mindset as a society, because there's like a preference over whiteness. And it's like more common, for example, for someone to go to Europe and get married than for someone to go to Kenya and get married.
Okay.
You find no, I haven't. I don't know anyone who hasn't go to Europe or the United States.
But there's no problem.
Uh,
Sorry. Sorry.
and I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
And I think it is because it's like a hate that lives inside us,
Yeah.
and that has lived inside us,
Yes,
like
has
ever
lived.
from the
Yes.
colony.
Yeah. Colonial powers.
Colonial powers, yes, because we were taught that like beautiful is white, and
Also smart.
also smart, and also rich, and also if you wanna go forward in life and you wanna go out
Like
of
be
your
successful.
yes, and you have to aim for the white, and I think that set of mentality also affects how you choose your partner and who would you date. And it's terrible, it's horrible.
So let me ask you. So dating black in Colombia, how does it feel? I think we shall make another video about that. Let's stop
Dating?
this video. Yeah, let's stop this video here because it's already long.
Okay. I'm
So that's
sorry.
it. No, it's totally okay. So that we can create part 2 of the video. So you can say bye for my child. Yeah.